Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Warren County Info Show. Today we're going to do a tour of the Sound, okay? Because of Art on Main, I decided we're going to look at artistic stuff around town. Now, the most artistic things to be found are actually in cemeteries. So, these are some of your jewels, or our jewels. Just a real quick one. This is the city cemetery. Some of the markers have been knocked over, which is really sad, but kids will be kids, I guess. Not really, but let's just say that. Anyway, there's some really, really pretty markers here. You want to call them tombstones, you want to call them whatever. They're memorials to loved ones. So, of course, the people are going to really try and do their best to make them as beautiful as possible. But there's something here that very few people know about that I want to make sure everybody sees. And that's this guy right here. This is in memoriam of a certain Dr. Bush, as the Warrentonians happily call him, or lovingly call him. But did you know that he was actually David Bushnell? He invented the first submersible. That's a submarine, people. Yeah, look at that thing. Isn't that funny? Anyway, he invented the first submarine to actually see war. And that was back in the Revolutionary War. The founding of our country. He actually hung out with our founding fathers. And I believe this guy's name was Eric, but I'm not sure. The guy who actually navigated it. I'll have to go look. But who actually did the mission. Okay. Now, with the Revolutionary Wars, 250th anniversary coming up, there's all kinds of things going on around the country. We have here one of the most awesome pieces of history. And on Labor Day weekend of 2026, we will be celebrating the Bushnell turtle. I highly, highly encourage anybody and everybody to step up and help out to make this a super success. All right? What we need is people to write up letters. If you're homebound and you can't do anything else, write up a letter. If you're tied down with kids, but you want to help out, have the kids help do some sort of craft type thing so that we can put it up about the turtle. There's all kinds of things you can do without actually coming to the meetings or physically volunteering. Just go ahead and contact Events of Warren County and ask them how you can get involved. Like I said, you don't have to be there committed to the meetings, to the planning. You can have the fun stuff. So I'm going to put this on pause and I'm going to go find someplace else that's just as pretty or just as artistic. Okay. Did you know that this mural was actually painted by the children of Warren County? Yeah. So come on out and have a selfie. Or have somebody take a picture of you being a superhero, a sending angel, or a Valkyrie, or whatever, or a mechanical butterfly. Yes, this was done in conjunction with several nonprofits in the area, and the kids painted it. I think they did a pretty good job. Okay, let's go see what else we've got that's artistic. This is a little harder to see or harder to notice because there's always something parked in front of it. But again, we have a mural. That tells the history of the county. Now, some of this stuff I can tell you the history of, but I think I'm going to wait until I actually interview the folks that it's related to. Just know that this is all about your county. And these are places that you can go. See if you can find them. I think Events of Warren County had a scavenger hunt about the city of Warrenton. I think it would be kind of neat to have a county scavenger hunt and see how many things we could find. Okay, let's go see what else we've got. The station is actually a good example of an era of where architecture and for homes and businesses were mixed. And that's all along, that's actually all along Main Street. But this one is a certain era. And then you've got all the buildings here. Now you can find beauty in architecture too. If you look at the pillars and stuff on some of the buildings that are still left, the original pillars and props and support beams, cast iron. They're all gorgeous. They've all got carvings, and we just walk by. We're used to them. We just ignore them. Okay, let's go see what else we can get into. Here's an interesting piece of art. Again, this involves the kids of Warren County. It says, was relocated in 2023 by the school children of Warren County under the direction of the Legion and other volunteer organizations. What's cool about this is if you look at it, it's a tree stump. And I can guarantee you that where this was originally, a lot of you thought it was a tree stump because it needed to be cleaned and it was mossy and it was gray. But this was put together by the children of Warren County in World War I, I believe. Yeah, this is a World War I monument. And they pinched their pennies together, did a penny drive, and got it done. I'm telling you, kids can get it done. They just got to work together. All right, let's go see what else is going on. A little bit about the county's history. Saying that on December 19th of 1793, the county was named after Joseph Warren of Massachusetts, the Revolutionary War hero that was killed at the Battle of Bunker Hill. I'm just going to kind of leave it on so you can see different things. We've got memorials to Desert Shield and Desert Storm. World War I. And World War II. Now, the Legion will come out and they'll put out flags for Memorial Day and for Veterans Day. So when you see the flags out here, it's to honor our fallen. Because Warren County did offer up quite a few excellent individuals in the name of their country. Artistic work. Artistic work and a memorial. Or a memorial and artistic work, however you want to look at it. Okay. And of course, those of you that have been watching, we just got our new marker in about Lafayette because General Lafayette stopped by here on his farewell tour. Let's see what else is over here. Ah, here you go. 1776 to 1783. Revolutionary War. And this was by the Daughters of the American Revolution. They made sure that there was a memorial out there for them. Let's see. Korean War. And before we go any further, I want to point out some more of the architecture that I was talking about. Let's see if I can get it. That's cast iron, or raw iron. It's all beams. It's been painted. Morning, Marianne. Miss Jane's has quite a bit of the cast iron on it. Some of the buildings have been renovated. Were renovated in like the 70s, and they decided to either take it off or hide it. Because some of the, the damage to the buildings was just too much. Vietnam War. Let's go over here. I always enjoy this little park here. And this little park here was actually in the movie The Hill. So, we're getting ready to get weed whacked. Now, see that critter up there? That young man, I've been told, is also a weather forecaster. If it's going to be cold, he's got his hands in his pockets. So keep an eye out. If he's got his hands in his pockets, it's going to get cold. And of course, we have the Knox Theater, which really is a work of art. And it's the architecture in there and the art itself is all what they call Art Deco. And the workmanship and the craftsmanship that went into that is just amazing. The only problems with the theater right now, it's not structural, it's the electric's got to be fixed, and there's got to be new bathrooms put in, because only so many people can fit into an under the stairway bathroom. Like one, I'm sure several of you, but back when, tried to fit more in there, but so they've got to add the bathrooms, and they've got to do the electric are the two key things. And of course, that doesn't come cheap. Doesn't come cheap. But we'll get it done. And then of course we've got another example of architecture. That's one of our oldest. I'll let the truck go by first. That's one of our oldest houses still standing in the town. And that was actually bought by a Canadian sculptor. And so I think that's kind of cool. He spends most of his time over in Rome. He's done sculptures for all over the world. His name is Tim Schmaltz. Anyway, he does some amazing sculptures, and that's just really kind of a neat thing that we have that particular artist who was interested in our tiny little county. Okay, as far as the art walk goes, or the things to see in Warrenton, I think we're about done for right now, because I'm pretty sure I've exceeded 15 minutes. So I will catch you again next week. Have a great day. Oh, one more quick thing, just a reminder. The Art on Main is this weekend, May 3rd, from 9 until 4. It's going to have music, art, of course. Chalk the Block's going to be out here. Chalk the Block is it's based on a fundraising for the events of Warren County. What you do is you pay $10 for a block. You get assigned a block, and it doesn't matter who's on that block. You can do 6 people, you can do 10 people. It doesn't matter, so long as you stay on that block. If you want 2 blocks, fine. Pay $10 each and get 2 blocks. But you also get chalk with that. What they call a starter chalk, and starter chalk set. And the winner ends up with a cash prize. So come on out and join us. Chalk the Block, Art on Main. Just some more architecture. All right. Talk to you later.